find you a bucky.
It's not a bucket. It's a Hilux.
iDiskiTV powered by World Sports Betting. It is good times. Well, I would wish that there's a reason to smile, but there's no reason to smile in South Africa because it's very cold and people are surviving the cold. Some in the Eastern Cape, some in KZN have lost their lives as well. Just wish the families all the best. There's nothing much that you can say really when people are caught up in that predicament because they either lose their homes or they don't. If you're lucky, you don't. And if you are in a city that's condemned and that doesn't have proper infrastructure, it's unfortunate that you will lose your life. We hope that the government officials are able to adequately respond to those scenarios with the emergency funds being, I would imagine that they would be allocated to help those people. So all the best to all South Africans. It's been really, really cold. In Johannesburg, it's very cold, but not a lot of rain. In other parts of the world, like where I come from in Cape Town, if it's cold, there will be a lot of rain and a lot of wind. And in other parts of the country as well, you would imagine that it gets worse. So we hope our people will recover from this. There's an interesting scenario we kind of touched on earlier on, maybe a week ago with Ulindo Pep, that Pyramids are looking for a replacement for coach, and they're looking at coach Rulani Mokwena. However, there's also a strong rumor moving in the direction of Coach Rulani Mokwena and Orlando Pirates. In this video, we'll talk to Orlando Pirates legend Tso Vilakazi about that. Whether or not it would be a good idea for him to join Orlando Pirates, all the dynamics as well of being able to manage up. Sometimes you can manage the players, but then dealing with the management upstairs becomes a headache. Can Coach Rulani be able to do that? And maybe you, as an Orlando Pirates fan, on the comment section, you can let us know whether or not you think that would be a good idea. Trust me, we're not speaking about this because nothing is happening. There is a smell that's moving towards the side of Rulani and Pirates, although also there is a smell that's moving from Pyramids to Rulani as well. So one of those teams will be coached by Coach Rulani. However, it's kind of moving towards the direction of Pirates as well as Pyramids. Mr. So-and-so, thank you very much for joining us. He's an in-demand coach. Fortunately for us in South Africa, we never lost him in terms of, because obviously your stock is up and down. Yep. You go to Wydad Casablanca, you get to number 3. That football can look at that as a failure. You know, football can condemn you. Maybe you relegate one team, you get condemned, you're never in the picture. Fortunately for Coach Rulani, his stock is still high. It would have been nice to see him at the Club World Cup with Wydad or Mamelodi Sundowns. Now links with Orlando Pirates. What would you say to him if you were in his corner? Given that Pirates had Coach Rivero, he won things, they were celebrating him. Is this not a tough act to follow?
Mr. Kunjani mfethu.
So-and-so.
Ngibulisa wena Mbusostizi.
Just.
Nginibulisana nemakhaya ngicela support njalo iDiskiTV. Zobe nje njalo ngijike futhi. Before ngene endabeni, I would like to say condolences to all the families that have lost their loved ones.
Thank you, sir.
This is not an easy thing to face, you know, and look, from me, I've got nothing much but to say condolences to all the families that have lost people. Others, I mean, I know they've lost houses, but the most important thing, we know that if you lose a life, you cannot replace a life, but you can replace a house. So condolences to all the families. Yeah, Mr. Girl.
What would you advise Coach Rulani? As you're speaking to him, you're having a coffee meeting, you're looking at each other face to face. We're now talking about Pirates. We'll forget Pyramids. Yeah. We'll slandela lomlilo lo hamba in Pirates because there is something there that we are hearing. What would you say to him?
When there's smoke, there's fire.
Mr.
Nkeo, it's for me personal. I would say to him, look, my brother, as a man, I believe as a man, put your foot down. If you say you want this team to go straight direction, you believe in that, stick to it, and don't allow anyone to come and tell you what is it that you need to do. And another thing is that when you believe in yourself, stay like that. Because there's a tendency of saying, no, I believe in this, but I made a mistake here, and then now this is a situation that I'm facing that somebody is telling me what to do. No, don't allow that. You know, this is one thing that Mzankewo, I wish all the coaches, they can do this. If you are telling me how to do my job, it will be better for you to come and sit there.
Absolutely.
And do it by yourself. That's it. Because you cannot employ me to come and coach your team. And then now, after 3-4 games, now you telling me who to play, who to select, who must I sub and put the other one. No, if you see that this is best, then you and then chase the coach. Because for me, it's not really fair, Mr. Kiwo. It's not fair. We're talking about human beings. Yeah, we're talking about parents, fathers, uncles, brothers that are sitting there working for their families. And if you believe that the coach of Rulani can do the job at Pirates, give him all the power that he wants. If he says, it's me and you, chairman, if anything happens, can I get a call from you? Then it's fine. But these other people, the middle people, they're the ones that they make these teams, especially, I would say all the teams.
You're looking at Coach Rulani in the eye.
Yeah.
You're sitting down having coffee.
Yeah.
You're talking to him.
Yeah.
Do you say to him, Itati Pirates? Because it's a big team. It's a historic team. 1937, 1995, first Champions League winners in this country. The first one from our country, 1995.
Yes.
Right? Multiple league titles. An iconic club, really, Orlando Pirates.
Yeah.
Do you sell it to him like that? You take it. Or do you persuade him? Politics, because you've already explained the politics.
Yes.
Now,
Yeah.
which direction do you take him if you're talking to him?
Look, I will say, Mfanagiti, this team has got a huge history. Way back, maybe before you were even born.
Yeah. Even his father played there, his uncle played there.
Yes, so it tells you when you come to this team that what is it that we expect from you and what is it that we are getting from the team. The team's got a huge history. First team in South Africa to have a star. That's a team that they always have players in the national team, and their players
Absolutely.
that they come to this team, they are very good in such a manner that you find them in the national team. And we've got a good record again as Orlando Pirates to say we develop good players. You can see for yourself. Mfukeng,
Nkota,
Mbogazi,
Sesane.
Sesana.
Yeah.
So it tells you that as a team, we try our best to move in the right direction. So as we are putting it to you now in your plate to say, this is what I want you to eat.
Would you want him to accept it?
I will be happy. I'll be happy. And looking at him personally, he has grown in football now. He understands now to coach a big team, what it takes. You know, it was, for me, it is a blessing in disguise for him that he went to Wydad, and whatever happens to Wydad, and he has to come back. He has learned to say, when we talk about a big team, what are we talking about? What are the expectations? So, obviously, from Wydad, he did a wonderful job. I mean, when you
I think
look
it
at
took
that
them
team,
from number 7 to number 3.
I mean,
it was an improvement. Although Batan, Champions League,
Yes,
we can't take it
yes.
away from. That's a
Yes,
big team.
yes.
They didn't go to Champions League, but he went to the CAF Confederations Cup at number 3.
Yeah.
You know, but there's a lot of politics there. So,
Yeah.
a very quick one as well. There's another thing I'm thinking as you say this. His assistant, his trusted assistant, Upadela, is joining Chipa United.
Yeah.
He's announced. He's a coach now at Chipa United. Does that mean that even the Amakas or chess, the whatever you call it, the pawns and the kings and the queens
Yes.
On the chessboard are now being shaped? Uguti, if he goes there, he will have to work with the coach Mandla Ncikazi, for example.
Yeah.
He can't come in there with his own personal stuff. Let's talk about that.
Mr. Nkewo, you know, I as I said earlier, that he has learned that, you know, Mr. Nkewo, when we talk about Abu Palashusi, Abu Faroukani, you need an elder. You need an elder. Somebody's been there. Someone knows what it takes to be up there. And I was just gonna whisper to you guys. He has grown, and now he believes that he's got a young team, and himself, as young as he is, he now has learned that I need an elder that you will say to me, no, stop it.
Currently, in Morocco, he was using Alan Fries,
Yeah.
who is an elder statesman, used to play, won
Yeah.
trophies with Platinum Stars as well.
Yes.
Is that the elder you're talking about? Or maybe there's another face he might come with at Orlando Pirates?
No, there are faces that he's going to come with at Orlando Pirates. Looking at him, that, as I said, that he needs people that will say to him, no, stop. You're not going to do this now. We're going to move this direction. That's for me, that shows growth in him to say, I don't want people that will say, yes, coach, yes, coach, yes, coach. I need people that will say, no, stop. Now, you're not going to do this. You're going to do it this way. Because with the way that you want things to be done, it's not going to happen. So we're going to turn right. And that's why I'm saying that to go there, he has teach him and he has learned to say, I need somebody that will say to me, you stop. And for me, it shows a lot of experience.
I think so. The crux of this discussion, now we're talking about Rulani potentially joining Pirates. We're not talking about Pyramids, even though that's a bigger story.
Yes.
The Pyramids, because everyone is reporting the Pyramids.
Yes.
It's because we're kind of picking up things. The Pirates thing is still in the picture.
Yeah.
So Pirates fans, please let us know in the comment section whether you would like this appointment or someone else. But anyways, Pirates is going to select their own coach one way or another whenever they decide to do that. But there is a movement between them and Coach Rulani. At the crux of this conversation, so kufuneka sifike kwindawo ethi noba ngubani iPirates emchongayo ukuba abe ngumqeqeshi.
Yeah.
Makude kufike into ethi ingaba lo mntu lo uzasinceda sibethe Sundowns kwileague na. It's been 8 years.
Yes.
Pirates is the closest one.
Yeah.
We can't even count anyone else. Like, we can dismiss them. You name the name, say, nah, no.
Yeah.
Name the name, no. Name the name, no. Pirates is the closest one. I know Pirates fans will be like, why Tina? No, you are the closest one.
Yeah.
You are the second strongest team
Yes.
in the league. Now, as we talk about the next Pirates coach, possibly being Rulani, do you trust that even if for one season, he can break that domination in Pirates, Sundowns, for one season, over 30 matches to win the league? Because I think that's now the next appointment in Pirates should be speaking to that now.
Mr. Nkeo, right now, I trust him very well. I've got a very strong feeling that he's going to do well, he's going to challenge Sundowns, and especially looking at also Sundowns in the way, the direction that they're taking. For me, I strongly believe that if Pirates can get Rulani, trust me, come end of the season, people will be shocked. Trust me, that's what I believe.
Because the material is corner, so.
That's what I'm saying.
Material.
Yes.
Orlando Pirates, interestingly, had their best season with PSL history. I don't know whether it's a number of points or number of goals, or number of wins, but they had their best season. Kushukutu Sundowns are so difficult that even if you have your best season, you don't even win. You're still 12 points behind. Immaterial, so we can't speak about it. Icon, so.
Yes.
Those kids are so good, Orlando Pirates.
Look, Pirates, it's so balanced. Defense is very strong.
Yes.
Midfield,
maybe one or two midfielders.
Yes, in the midfield.
Only in the midfield, passing forward.
Yes, that's actually what they need. It's only two players in the midfield to join in the defense, to join in the attack. That's it. That's what they need. Because they've got a good striker, they've got good wingers, and that's why I've got a strong feeling that Pirates will sign Rulani, and Rulani is going to do well for Orlando Pirates. He's going to bring those glory days. I remember when Pirates used to play Elentuzan in Ellis Park, when we used to call Ellis Park Park of Pain. I think...
House of Pain.
Mr.
So-and-so.
That's what is going to happen. Watch the space. If they sign Rulani, tell me, then I'll tell the world, Uguti, on this day, I think it's 14 today.
Friday the 13th.
Friday the 13th, Vandag. Ugutuzo said, Pirates, once they employ Rulani, no one is going to stop on the Pirates. Pirates is going to win the league. Especially with that coach with Sundowns Caruso. Pirates is going to win the league.
This is so-and-so.
Take my word.
Let me ask you one more thing then, before I let you go. If he calls you to go and be in his technical team, would you say no?
No, I'll go. I'll go. No.
Paris legend, when he was there as an assistant, Bashayama double treble.
Yeah.
So maybe they need an icon there on the bench.
No, if he can say, hey, my brother, please come. Look, I will go. I will go. And the other thing is
that means you are firing yourself from here.
No, you know, sometimes
Justice.
I will go Sheka.
Justice. Nah, but you're firing yourself from here.
You know what you do? Ekaya utekaya. Ukwakha laphana umuzi ngisekhaya phela mangabe uyangena amanzi laphayana ngizobuyela kuphi mawungena amanzi lapho there's no way, there's no place like home, so you're always gonna go home.
But on a serious note, you would go and help if you were needed.
Yeah, well, why not, Mr. Q? I mean, it's everybody's dream to be, you know, especially when you're involved in the game, you love the game, you love the team, you'll want to be part of that work, part of that project. And again, the other thing, Mr. K, I will look at not now, but going forward, the future, because it's not about now, it's about the future. Where are we going and how are we going to get there? You know, what are the challenges that we think we're going to face? And, you know, come a proper project, then maybe I can consider that. But other than that, Mr. Nkewo, I think I'm comfortable here. I don't want anything that is going to ready.
But you can't say no to Pirates.
No,
if that could happen, like,
look, I can't say no.
Even me, I'm like,
yeah, no,
I will have to go.
Definitely.
I'll push you out the gate. Like.
No, but like I will say, you know, Mr. Nkewo, look, can I give you a call in the next 10 minutes? And then I'm just going to go somewhere and I'm coming back. Because, really, to be honest, if you can say it's okay.
That's a big team.
Definitely.
And
definitely.
you're the highest ever goal scorer. And then you're pushing Sundowns for the league next year, and then if you can even win it, it would be such a dream. Like if you could win it, and you would be part of that. Because the last time Pirates won the league, their assistant was their legend. Yes, Oprah Tebs in 2012. That was the last time. So many years ago, 13 years ago. You know, so they do need people like us, not you specifically, but people like that would have that pedigree on that bench. But maybe last one. You think Rulani will be a Orlando Pirates coach? Yeah,
I've got a strong feeling. And you know when I say
the Arabs give more money, do you think that there's a battle there?
For Rulani, there's one thing that I've picked up from him, you know, having a chat with him, is that it's not all about money. It's about the project and the power in terms of being in charge of that project, taking decision for that project. That's what is important in him. And then obvious, I mean, everyone wants money when you work. Yeah. But I believe the project that Pirates will sell it to him, he's going to Pirates.
All right, there you go. Thank you very much, Mr. So and so. It will be very exciting, actually, because obviously we know that Sundowns should win next year and win the other year and so on. They're so strong. Even if someone wins next year, Sundowns will come back again. Like they're so dominant because, of course, quite also if you think about it, if he's not doing well, they will fire him and then find someone else and so on and so forth. Because they won't allow it. Just like what was happening with Coach Mangoba as well. That as soon as it took a different direction, then they fired him, and then they consolidated their season. But I think it would be fascinating if Orlando Pirates eventually, because there's nothing wrong with being number 2, for as long as the idea is always trying to get close, and then eventually you win, which was what we're expecting with Arsenal, that when Man City drop off, then eventually Arsenal will win. It turned out that would be Liverpool this current season. But when you are number 2, number 3, you are there and thereabout. Now, a few ingredients here and there, then you win. But of course, Sundowns won't just go away. So next season could be a super fascinating season. It already was this year when Orlando Pirates' young stars announced themselves to us. Mbogazi, all of them, they were so exciting. Even Sesane before the injury, they were so exciting. And maybe next season could be their season. iDiskiTV, iDiski Times was suspecting. For breaking news, go to iDiskiTimes.co.za.
Shapunjan bafowethu igama lami uLindo Pep, the best analyst in the country. Please don't forget to subscribe to iDiskiTV. Tanko.
This is Bongane Tso Vilakazi, they call me Tso. Niyazi bafowethu, amakhosi for life, they are back in winning ways. Please, siyacela ukuthi subscribe iDiskiTV.